Hi everyone, it's me and I hope you're doing well. It has been a little while and it is that time of year again. It is Halloween season, the spooky season. It's my favourite time of year. And here in Australia, they have started to put out some of their Halloween stuff the stores have, and I thought I would go shopping. That is, you know, one of the main reasons why I love Halloween, all the spooky decor that is around. And they're starting to bring out a lot more of their stuff into the stores now. But in late August, Tkmaxx here started to bring their stuff out, which I was really excited about. And this haul is not just Tkmaxx items. There are a few items from other stores mixed in, but I'll let you know where they came from and how much that I paid for them. I went into Tkmaxx a couple of weeks ago and bought a few things. I was wondering whether they would have a large amount of items at my local one, but they had a lot of really good items. And I was talking to the sorry Ben, stop doing that. And I went into our local Tkmaxx and they did have quite a few items out already. I was talking to the lady there and she said that they had sold about 70% of it already, which really surprised me considering it was early September. And it must be getting very, very popular, the high quality decor items, which I'm not surprised. It is really cool and I absolutely love them. But they did say that they are getting more and more items throughout September and October. So I just have to keep on checking back and seeing what new items they have. Also, I did go to Tkmaxx at DFO and a couple of other Tkmaxx around sort of close to where I live. Some were about maybe half hour drive approximately. But I don't know if I'll go to any other Tkmaxx's further afield, just because I did go to the Brookside one and I was a little disappointed with what they had there. I only walked away with a couple of items and they didn't really have a lot of stuff. So I think I'll just stick to my local and like the DFO. DFO, I must say, oh my goodness, there was a ton of stuff there and they had such good stuff. Not only because I did notice this year that they had a lot of wooden stuff, what I'm not really into. It's hard to describe. I love the wood signs, but they've got this new style where it's like natural wood and it's not my favorite. But they did have at DFO a lot of varied kind of styles. So I may as well get into it. I've been talking a lot. So I'll just start off, and I do have a big item because I noticed that Australia has started to bring in the bigger items this year, which I was really pleased about because the past few years it's kind of been the smaller items, but this year they got some big items and they have one that I have been after and I've seen on Instagram and I was like, oh my god, I hope I can get my hands on it, and I did, but I'll show you at the end of this video because it's too big to hold up and I'll show you. So let's get started. Alright, so I did grab quite a few skulls this year. I really love them. I used to get this thing where I would buy every single skull I could see, but now I just pick the ones that I really, really like. So this is the first one that I got. So it is a vampire skull with some gold embellishments around it. And this one was, it's not possible, I must have taken it off. This one I know was $9.95 and I really liked it. Yes, so I had to get it. Actually, I must admit, this item will probably be in one of my older haul videos from a few years ago. This one I actually ended up selling. I wasn't sure if I was into it or not, and I really regretted selling it because I just, yeah, now I think it's very, very just beautiful. But back then I was, oh, I don't know if I quite like it. But yeah, I deeply regretted selling that one. But so I finally have it back. That skull was from Tkmaxx as well, and so is this one. So this is another one I got. This one was also $9.95. The thing I love about Tkmaxx items, there are quite a few items that are really reasonable price, and the quality is really good. I tend not to spend too much on ornamental things. Like a few things I'll spend over $20 on, but if it gets into like the 30s, depending on the size, if it's a huge one, then you know, that's fine. But when it's kind of these smaller ones that you can put on a shelf, I tend not to spend over $30. So this one just has some rose embellishments, and I just really love the depth of it. Yeah, so there's that one. So you know me, and you know that I love coffins. I just think they're really beautiful, and we have a coffin coffee table, and I just love them. I actually used to own two, but unfortunately with moving and storage I had to sell them, which I was very, very sad about. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get some actual real coffins again. But in the meantime, I have this one. This one, it's not like a jewelry box or anything, it's just a decorative coffin with a little skull with skeleton hands and some little embellishments on this side. This one was $9.95 also. I thought it was super cute and really inexpensive as well. That one was from Tkmaxx as well. A couple of weeks ago I went into Spotlight, not actually going in to see if the Halloween stock was there, just had to pick up something that I was after. I can't even remember what I was in there for. Oh, it was a rug. I was in there for a rug because I was having a rug sale. But anyway, I was in there and I saw that they had got in some of their Halloween stock, and I wasn't expecting it to be there. But I know that Spotlight, they tend to get a lot of cheaper things in, and I'm not into that. I like more of the higher quality things that I can just leave up all year round. And I spotted that they had these. These are little bottles. See with the cork. Do they come off? Yes, they do. The cork comes out. Alright. And they are glass. And one says bat wings and the other says frog warts. They are slightly different shapes. But these were only $5 each. So I was really pleased to have them because I've always wanted some decorative jars with labels, like the oddity and what is that word? I can't remember what. Apothecary, that is the word I was looking for. So yeah, I've always wanted those kinds of bottles up on some of my shelves. So I finally have them at $5 each. You can't really go wrong. Okay, so this item is from Tkmaxx again. And I saw these guys and I thought they're super cute. And here they are. Yeah. They're three little ghosts. This is it? I'm not sure if this is hollow or solid. It feels quite a bit heavy to be hollow, but yeah, this guy from memory, taking the price off. So from memory, I'm pretty certain he was $16.95, which I was pretty happy with paying that for something that is quite large. Yeah, super cute. Alright, so another thing from Tkmaxx is this guy. He was actually on my wish list. I have seen this guy, I think not this year, but maybe last year. I have seen him before and he just really took my fancy. He's standing, may I say, on a pumpkin, and he's just got these really like funky teeth, and I just thought he was just really cute. I don't know. I have got a couple of little pumpkin items in this haul. Yeah. And here's one of them. I have been tending to stay away from things that actually say Happy Halloween on them, just because I want to be able to leave this out all year round, and yeah, I'm just steering clear of the Happy Halloween signage. Yeah. Alright, so this is another item I got from Tkmaxx. A lot of these are going to be from Tkmaxx. There is only a couple of little things from other stores. Alright, so here's this guy. I just thought he was so cute, and his eyes do light up. And they pulsate. So I thought that was really cute. So yeah, it just reminded me of our cat, Obsidian. He just looks exactly like him. And I just thought it was really, really cute. Oh, I forgot to say, Pumpkin Guy was $24.95. So he is on a little bit of a higher range of, like, the price range that I usually spend. But for his size, I didn't think that was too bad. This guy was $19.95, so pretty good. Alright, so this is another item from Tkmaxx. This is from Tkmaxx Brookside, so this is like the only thing I got, and some tea towels. Because I like to stock up on the Halloween tea towels every year, so I've got a few to last me till the next year. But this is one of the items. It is a pillow. It's quite large. I tend not to buy a lot of pillows from Tkmaxx, just because in my opinion, they are a little bit expensive. The pillows, they can be about $40. I don't like to spend anything over $30. This one was $24.95, and it was really, really good quality. Yeah, I have had my eye on a few of the other pillows from Tkmaxx, but I just have a hard time spending more than $30 on a pillow. But this one, and I did get the matching table runner for this one, so it's got the same design, just over and over, and a little bit smaller. Alright, so another thing from Tkmaxx was this candle holder. I just thought the silver was beautiful, and it's just very decorative at the bottom, and the skulls had a lot of depth. This one was $16.95, which I thought wasn't too bad. Yeah. I did get another candle holder from Tkmaxx as well, which is this one. I'm really loving the silver skulls that they are bringing out, especially with the candle holders. I just think they're really, really, really gorgeous. And this one was also $16.95. This next item was also on my wish list. I was hoping that they would bring this because I have seen it overseas at the Tkmaxx and in America and England and that kind of thing. And I really, really was hoping that they would bring it here. I've seen it in all different colours, but I did spot they only had one. And it is this one. It is huge. And it is, yeah, the candle holder at the top is really, really solid. And the skull, you got the skull in the middle. Some decorative elements at the bottom. Yeah. Now this one was $39.95. Which is a little bit above my price range for what I usually pay, but it is something that I just loved from the moment I saw it, and it is quite big, so I thought that was a pretty good price for this. Yeah. Oh, I love it so much. I'm half tempted, if I see it again in a different color, like black or silver, to buy another one, just because I just think it's so beautiful. Alright, so another skull item from Tkmaxx is this guy. Just a simple skull on some spell books, which I thought was right up my alley. Yeah, and there is one little feature. Oh, his eyes light up. This one, also I've taken the price off this one. This guy from memory was $24.95. which again, a little bit above what I usually spend, but it's quite substantial and it does light up, so I was pretty happy with that price. Alright, something else that I saw that I just had to get, that it wasn't even a question of umming and ahhing, it was just, I needed it, so I got it. Which was this guy. So we used to have something very similar to this, but it was broken. It did break, which was very sad. But this guy is really, really awesome. I love the silver. I'm really getting into like the silver, black and white and silver decor. I just think it looks really nice and classic. But yeah, so it's just a hearse with a little skeleton driver. I thought was awesome. This guy was $24.95, which for the size I thought was pretty damn good. Another thing that I was hoping that Tkmaxx would bring over, which they haven't really in the past, not that I've seen, was some wooden signs. I really wanted some nice wooden Halloween-esque spooky signs to put on our wall and put on like shelves and that kind of thing. So the first one I got was this one. If the broom fits, jump on it. And yeah, it's quite thick. And this is not one that goes on the wall. This is one that just sits on a shelf, which is exactly where ours sits. Is just on one of our haunt bookcases. This one was $16.95, which not bad. I did manage to get a little hanging version of that. This one was $12.95. I also picked up this one. Yes, I can drive a stick with some witches and a witch and some bats on it. Also $12.95. And this one I just thought was really, really cute, and sticking with the black and white kind of theme was that one. So that one is attached by some hooks on there. And he's just super cute. And he says boo. That one was also $12.95, which, considering the little ones are $12.95, I thought this guy was a really good price. Now this next item is not from Tkmaxx. It is actually from somewhere I wouldn't expect to be shopping at because I do not smoke. But this was from Smoke Mart and Gifts, and there is one at our local that does have some of these things, but this particular one was not from that store. It was from the Brookside store. I just happened to be walking past it on my way to the car, and I saw this from like out in the walkway area, and I had to go and look at it because, as you know, I love cemeteries, and anything to do with like coffins and cemeteries I just flock to. So I got this. This is a gravestone. I just thought it was really awesome. It has also moss on it, which is like all fuzzy, and some skulls and bat wings. This, believe it or not, I think it was originally like $30, and they reduced it down to $20, and I got it for $10 because it's on clearance. I was expecting to actually pay $20 for it because the sticker on the box that was out on display said $20, so I was like, oh yeah, $20, that's a little bit, but the size, not too bad. And then she scanned it up and it was $10. I was so excited to get this, and it's just, yeah, it is hollow, but it is made of like a resin, and I was just, oh, yes. Alright, so another thing, this is from Tkmaxx as well, was this guy. This is just a little decorative tea light candle holder, and just really beautiful. I do like the bigger decorative things and things that really fill out a bookshelf, but I also like the little things that if you just have that odd space that you can't fill or just don't have the right item, these little these little ones are great for just filling that odd space. And just super, super lovely. Alright, so this is the second last item. The last item is the big one I was going to show you. But this one also is just a classic pumpkin. Yeah, it's got that kind of pearly, holographic look to it. And you can't go wrong with just a classic pumpkin. And I just thought it was really beautiful. Because I know they've got a lot of the, like, the glass pumpkins, and some of them are like autumn colors and blues and stuff like that. I'm not really into blues, but I just saw this and it was just, I could not resist. This one doesn't have a price. I cannot remember how much this was. I'm not sure if it was 20 or less. I have a feeling it was maybe like 16. I'm not entirely sure, but it is from Tkmaxx, so if you like it, hopefully you'll be able to find one. Because the reason I am checking all these different Tkmaxx stores is because there are different items from store to store. So some items that one store will get, another store may get completely different things. So if you're really after the Halloween decor items, it's best to just check a bunch of stores if they're around you, and so you'll be able to find a lot of cool stuff. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got so far, but there is a little bit more time left. Quite a while actually. Like a whole month before Halloween. So this is my first haul. I will definitely be doing more as I get more stuff, because this is pretty much the time of year where I like to go a little bit crazy with my shopping and just have this awesome decor stuff just around our house all year round. But I do like to go a little bit ham on at the spooky season, because I love it so much. It makes my heart happy and I love it so much. I will show you the big item I got from Tkmaxx. I was actually on the lookout for this guy, and I found him in the DFO store, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much on one item, on one particular item. So I kept, my sister was with me when we went and had a look, and I was kind of walking up and down the aisles just like circling him and looking and trying to decide whether I was going to buy him. And I ended up getting a few other things, and I was like, no, I'm not sure yet. I don't want to jump into it. So I had to think about it, and then we went to the Chermside store, and there was another one there, and I was like, oh, I want it so bad, and I kind of mulled over it. I slept on it, which is always a good idea. I slept on it, and then the next day I'm like, no, I need him, and I went back out to the Chermside store and I got him. So I will show you what that is right now. Alright, so this is the item that I got. I was so happy to get this. He is amazing. He is a skeleton. I call him the skeleton butler. But there is a little raven. It's a bit glittery. And he has a sign that says, welcome, enter if you dare, which I love. And there's a little bat on there. And just go down, and his shoes are a bit tattered, but he has a spider. And he is solid. Yeah, he's really solid. And yeah, I thought he was really, he is just solid. I thought he was just really awesome, and I had to have him. It was one thing that I saw on Instagram, and there were a few different versions, and this is the one that they had. And so there was ones that had bowls in their hands instead of signs, and different outfits on them. but I was really pleased to get my hands on one. He was $179, which I was a little bit apprehensive spending that much on a single item when I usually get a few different items for that. But I was really happy that I picked him up, and he sits next to our thrones. So, yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this haul, guys. If you have any questions about any of the items that you're curious or anything like that, just comment down below and I will try and answer them the best I can. And this will not be the last of the Halloween haul, so do check out my channel and keep updated with all the Halloween goodies that I will be showing on this channel. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it and have a good day. Bye!